Feelings circle. This is a psychosocial support activity which you can use to the learners acknowledge and express their feelings, leading to safety, self-awareness, self-expression. The activity can be given to grade 2 to high school for 60 minutes or 1 hour. You will need paper, crayons, and/or pencil pen. Where to do the activity: space for everyone to sit in a circle and work with paper on the ground or on a desk. Groupings: individual work within a larger group. Description: learners are invited to reflect on how feelings can exist simultaneously and deepen their self-awareness. Healing component: self-awareness, self-expression, self-understanding, empathy. Learning component: math and language skills. Fine motor skills, visual spatial skills. Directions: on a sheet of paper, ask learners to think of the different feelings they have at this moment. Ask them to take a sheet of paper and divide it in half. On the left side, ask them to write down all the feelings they feel in the moment and assign a color for each. On the right sheet of the same paper, ask learners to create a circle. If learners have not been introduced to circular charts, you can introduce the activity by saying, "Now we are making a feelings wheel and we will divide the wheel according to how much you feel each feeling you've written down today." Ask learners to divide the wheel according to percentages or to the size of each feeling they are experiencing at the moment. When the learners are done, the teacher can invite them to sit in a circle in groups of 4, or to share their feelings wheel in the larger group. The teacher can invite volunteers to start. Discussion guide: who would like to share their feelings wheel? What would you like to say about your feelings wheel? What did you discover about yourself as you were making it or as you look at the chart now? What did you learn about yourself? Wrap-up discussion: what did you learn about yourself and about feelings today? What did you learn from your classmates? What resources do you have to deal with your feelings? Discuss how it's important to identify their feelings in order to deal with them. Identifying one's feelings is a crucial step in managing and dealing with them effectively. When we are aware of our emotions, we are better able to respond to them in ways that promote mental and emotional well-being. Here's why identifying our feelings is so important. 1. Self-awareness. Identifying emotions helps us recognize patterns in our responses to specific situations, people, or events. When we know how we feel, we can begin to understand why we feel that way and what may have triggered it. Emotions can be complex and layered. By identifying them, we get a clearer sense of what's going on inside, whether it's frustration, sadness, anxiety, or something else. This clarity makes it easier to choose how to respond to a situation. 2. Emotional regulation. Once we recognize our emotions, we gain more control over how we express them. For instance, if you're feeling angry, recognizing that emotion can give you the space to pause and decide whether to respond calmly or walk away. When we know what we are feeling, we can use healthy coping strategies. For example, if we're feeling overwhelmed, we might recognize the need for rest or a break, rather than reacting impulsively or becoming overwhelmed by the emotions. 3. Mental health benefits. Ignoring or suppressing emotions can lead to increased anxiety, stress, and even physical health problems. By identifying emotions, we create an opportunity to process them rather than bottling them up, which can reduce the long-term negative effects of unaddressed emotions. Emotional awareness can help us build resilience. When we acknowledge what we're feeling, we are better equipped to adapt to challenges and bounce back from setbacks. 4. Better communication. When we can identify our feelings, we're better able to communicate them to others. For example, If you're feeling neglected or misunderstood, knowing exactly what you're feeling can help you explain your emotions in a clear, constructive way to those around you. Being open about your emotions promotes more authentic and supportive relationships. It encourages empathy, and people are more likely to respond in a caring and understanding way when they know what you're experiencing. 5. Decision making. Our emotions often guide our decisions, whether we realize it or not. When we identify how we're feeling, we can make more informed decisions. For example, if we're feeling fearful, we can assess whether that fear is based on real risks or whether it's an emotional response that might cloud our judgment. Recognizing emotions can help us make decisions that align with our true values. If we're feeling guilty, for instance, it could be a sign that we need to revisit our actions or align more closely with our ethical beliefs. 6. Personal growth. Identifying emotions fosters a deeper understanding of ourselves. By acknowledging our feelings without judgment, we can treat ourselves with more compassion, which is essential for personal growth and healing. Every emotion has something to teach us. By identifying and reflecting on them, we can learn more about ourselves, our needs, and our boundaries, ultimately leading to greater emotional maturity. 7. Avoiding emotional suppression. If we don't identify and address our feelings, they can build up over time and lead to emotional outbursts, depression, or burnout. Recognizing emotions in the moment allows us to address them early before they escalate into something more difficult to handle. How to identify and address your feelings. Check in regularly. Take a moment to reflect on how you're feeling throughout the day. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And see if you can name the emotion. Sometimes writing it down can help clarify it. Mindfulness. Practice mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or meditation, to help tune into your emotions without judgment. Journaling. Writing about your feelings can help you process them more clearly, and it often leads to new insights about your emotional state. Talk to someone. Sometimes speaking to a friend, therapist, or counselor can help you identify emotions more clearly, especially if you're feeling confused or overwhelmed. In conclusion, identifying and understanding our emotions is key to emotional well-being and helps us navigate life's challenges in a healthier way. It empowers us to make better choices, communicate more effectively, and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves. Sharing their story with a trusted friend or adult, singing a song, taking a walk, taking a nap, exercising, are among many different ways to help them feel better about difficult feelings. It is important to share the more uplifting feelings as well. It's one way to support others and build friendships.